from our country. You know what's happened? You know very well in Georgia what happened. For the last 47 years, Joe Biden shipped away your jobs, shut down your factories, threw open your borders, and ravaged our cities while sacrificing American blood and treasure in endless and ridiculous foreign wars. In places you've never even heard of before. How ridiculous. He's a servant of the wealthy donors, globalists, and special interests who got rich bleeding America dry. And by the way, I could call these guys, every one of them would give me millions. I'm president. I called heads of Wall Street firms. I'd say, hey, do me a favor, could you give me $5 million every single one? I can't do that, though, because you know what? If I do that, I got to do things for them, and I don't want to do, I want to do what's right. I could call, I could raise more money. I could raise more money. I'd be the world's greatest fundraiser, but I just don't want to do it, because then they call you and you sort of say, hey, you know, they treated me good, I got to treat them good. I know you don't think that's the way the system works, but that's the way the system, I guess, works, unfortunately. But it doesn't work that way for me. In 2016, you voted to fire this corrupt and decrepit political establishment, and you elected an outsider as president to finally put America first. And we've learned over the last couple of months, Joe Biden is a corrupt politician. He's a corrupt politician. And the Biden family is a criminal enterprise. Frankly, it makes crooked Hillary Clinton look like an amateur. Now, whoever saw anything like this? He goes to China, the kid is like a vacuum cleaner. He follows and follows and follows. And unfortunately, it sounds like he left his laptop behind. Don't they have thousands? Here's a guy, didn't have a job, but now he's taking in millions, and plenty of it goes to Joe Biden, too. Don't kid yourself. It goes to Joe Biden. Did you see the one today? The guy gets 10%. 10%. I wonder who the guy is. This was not a good, between Anthony Weiner's laptop and this laptop, these are two beauties. I think this one could be worse than the Weiner laptop. Yet this massive scandal is being covered up by the media and big tech, right? All those people. Look at them. So here we have, think of it, here we have the biggest scandal going on anywhere in the world, the corruption of Joe Biden and the Biden family. And he's interviewed last night by Stephanopoulos on ABC, and they don't even ask him the question about it. No, think of it. They don't even ask him a question like, you know, like, how come your son got $3.5 million from Moscow, right? From Moscow. Russia. Because they were the ones involved with Russia, it turns out, not me. It was the opposite. But why did your son get $3.5 million from the wife of the mayor of Moscow? Think of it. Think of it. A little question like that. Remember, Chris Wallace said, oh, well, you shouldn't ask him that question. Why is that, Chris? Tell me. He's no Mike. He's no Mike. Chris is no Mike. But then the other one, how about this? $1 billion. Get rid of the prosecutor. Otherwise, you don't get the $1 billion from the United States. But that's turning out to be peanuts compared to what we're finding now. Now he wants $10 million from China to make an introduction. Would anybody here take $10 million to introduce somebody to your father? I'd do it, Dad. I'd do it for $10 million. I'd love to introduce. I would do it, Pop, and he'd want me to do it. $10 million, Dad, please. Ah, I had a great father. I'm not just running against Biden and that corrupt family. I'm running against the left-wing corrupt media, and we're running against big tech.